I wanted to talk about the fears that people have with wallet tampering. I see these posts on Reddit all the time. People are worried that their device has been tampered with. So let's start with that. I went on Reddit and I searched for, in the Ledger Reddit, I searched for box. And so we have all of these posts where people are worried about their box, right? Here's one. He's worried that this isn't the right box. He's right. Does this look right to you? And bless their hearts. I'm not bagging on these people. I'm just putting it out there. This is the concern that people have, right? This shrink wrap doesn't look right. This ledger is upside down in the box. This is a persistent worry of people. Is something wrong with their box, or they open it up and there's fingerprints, or they notice some wear and tear on the device, or whatever their concern is about the box and the packaging, and maybe it's been opened, maybe it hasn't been opened. So let's talk about that. Right? So if you're worried that your box is open and you suspect tampering, right? This is what you think happened, right? Or my question to you is, what do you think happened, right? Well, let me tell you what probably happened if what you believe is true. All right. So what you think happened was that somewhere between Ledger's factory and your front door, your device got tampered with. How did this happen? Okay, let me give you one of the possible scenarios here. A crack team of hardware tampering stealth cat burglar ninjas broke into a warehouse where there was a huge pallet of Ledger devices bound for a lot of people's front doors. Avoiding the night security guard and all of the CCTV and security cams, they managed to locate the pallet of Ledger devices. They managed to crack open the seal of the pallet or whatever, pull down a case of Ledgers, open the case, and then pull out as many Ledgers as they could, and tampered with them one by one, because you can't just wave a wand and tamper with a device. So they opened the box and they tampered with the device, and then they got it back into the box and back on the pallet, sealed the pallet, and got out without being detected, and that device ended up at your front door. But wait, we're missing a step here. In order to tamper with a device, you need specialized knowledge and specialized tools. So this crack team of cat burglar ninjas had to have a couple of tech guys with them, with a mobile tampering lab, with soldering irons, laptops, special glue, special tools to crack open the device and tamper with the device and get it back together again without anybody knowing, in the short time they had, 5 or 6 hours before the day shift arrives. And you say to yourself, oh, that's crazy. Of course, they stole a case and they took it back to their lab and tampered with it. Okay, well, they had to do that within a certain time frame in order to get that box back on the pallet before inventory control missed that there was a box missing. Okay, maybe the warehouse is a crazy scenario. Okay, maybe they used hang gliders and landed on a moving 18-wheeler that was transporting a bunch of Ledger devices, rappelled down the back of the moving 18-wheeler, or maybe they did it while he was stopped at the truck stop and, having a burger or whatever, got in the back of his truck with their mobile tampering lab and were able to crack open a pallet, pull down a case, open the case, and then open a bunch of Ledgers one by one, tamper with them, get them back in the box and back on the pallet without anybody noticing, except, of course, for the astute end user who noticed the fingerprint, noticed that the packaging was a little not quite right, or that the box was a little ajar, or that it was in there backwards, or whatever, he noticed that was wrong, thinking that something had been tampered with. Kind of crazy, huh? Now, here's the thing. And I have one more little scenario to throw in. And I'll tell you what, thwarts all of this, right? But I had one person in the comments say, hey, couldn't an attacker open up a box, set up the device, write down the seed phrase, and then put it back in the box, do a factory reset, send it out, and then when the end user opens it up and initializes it, the attacker will have the seed phrase? Well, unfortunately, when you factory reset a Ledger device or a Trezor or just about any other hardware wallet, when a factory reset occurs and then you initialize the device, it generates a random seed phrase, a completely different seed phrase than it did before. So this seed phrase that our would-be attacker has written down is completely useless to him in this scenario. But let's talk about those ninja cat thieves and their tech guys that actually broke into the device and did something to the code and uploaded malicious firmware or whatever they did, right? It would fail the genuine check. Boom, right away. The genuine check is a cryptographic handshake that occurs between every single Ledger device made. They get a key, a cryptographic key, and it verifies itself with the Ledger servers when you first connect. If one bit of the code has been altered, that device will fail the genuine check. Period. End of story. So all of these tampering, paranoid fantasies, unfounded. But I just thought it would be funny to run through the scenario of what these people think must have happened to their device. Now, if you have a more likely scenario as to how somebody got a hold of your device, tampered with it, got it back in the box, with their fingerprints on the inside, let me know, because those were the ones that came to my mind. We could have had the Russian mafia hijacking the truck, the high-speed rail between Paris and Antwerp got hijacked by, crypto-anarchist terrorists, with submachine guns. I don't know. If you got a better, more likely scenario, throw it up in the comments and we'll see. But genuine check, right? Let me show you here real quick. We've talked about this so many times, but in Ledger Live, whenever you connect your device, every time you connect your device and go into the Ledger Live, you allow the secure connection and it runs the genuine check every single time. How do you know that your device is genuine? You connect it to Ledger Live and then you go up here to the top and you can see the genuine check.